beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. And I will never get nobody name up. They was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that the Merrimans, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said, I am. I'm gonna put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Candace. I'm not messing with it.
Rocket.
But look who they said that was Crockett. You got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Been attacking our whole national show. It ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding them up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't.
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to me. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen. Hey. Some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, oh, they trying to use stuff for content. I said, well, she gave it to me. This what I wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video. And he was talking about, like in Chicago, when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But, and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Yes, he's the monster. He's the monster. What it do, family? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. And thanks everybody that's tapping in on this beautiful Up This Way. It's cold as Satan up here.
Enjoy. I'm happy down here.
Oh, that's what's up. Well, somebody got to be happy. But it's not bad because we used to this type of weather up here. So it is what it is. It is what it is.
You mentioned that cold and that C or that S word, and I actually got chilly. Like, I went and threw on a different shirt, an extra shirt. Like, just the words make me feel cold.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just about, I'm telling you, you got to have a little cold. Got to have a little cold up here. It is what it is because this Michigan, you heard. Let me get right here. Let me get to this thing. What's going on, family? What's going on? Let me see who I see. My Gaddis. What's up, Felicia Martinez? She was in this thing ready to roll. Okay. Who's sponsoring us today? Because it's hard to get sponsorship 18. Don't nobody want to call in. I mean, don't nobody want to hit us on the Cash App, tell us how they dislike their co-workers or their boss. And we even talk about your kids for you. Don't forget that. We don't forget about them little bad ones, but we gotta love them. Let me see what Felicia said. Mickey's roll call is sponsored by the phrase "no words" because I have absolutely no words for the shameful five and the clerk on council resident of Flint. I need y'all to stand up and speak out and demand better. The shameful five and the clerk. Lord have mercy. Uh-oh.
She had a second part to that.
Oh, okay. Let me get to the other part. Matter of fact, I do have a word, embarrassing. It grinds my gears how people take advantage, mistreat people that look just like them. Couldn't wait to post this morning. Thank you, Felicia Martinez. And that's Felicia from New Jersey. And that's that East Coast, you heard. Yogi G, thank you for tapping in. Oh, you see what Yogi just said. She said, good morning from the 202. I'm filing my paperwork for emotional distress from last night council meeting. Welcome to our world. Terry Nixon, thank you for tapping in. My Gaddis clan, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis, Blake E. Gaddis, Terry Nixon. Good morning, the Way of Jesus Christ Church. Good morning, Alice Nicole Gaddis Rivers. Let's get to it, Wanda Smith. John Jaboy, top of the morning, Carolyn Hendricks, Andre Holland, Pop Gaddis, Michelle Smith, and her husband. Thank y'all. Worcester, you got put out last night. What you do, man? I know they did you wrong, Worcester. Deshaun Fordham, thank you for tapping in. Big Mama Gaddis, thank you for tapping in. Welcome to how the residents of Flint are being mistreated by city government. Katie Saban, good morning. He said, I think you did too. I'm kind of with you on that, Stanley. Bonnie Vanner, good morning. Kenneth, what it do? Thank y'all for tapping in. Raymond Stripling, good morning. He's not writing no letter. Crystal Monique, shout out to Jed and his INA team. Shout out. To Teresa, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, Tony, I got to give a shout out to Tony. Tony Bench said FTK. Nah, see why. No, I did not. I missed that, Terry Nixon. Said, hey, Mickey, did you see Melissa Mays on TV last night talking about the money from the water settlement? No, I missed that. Mrs. Gladys is in the building. How you doing, Miss Gladys? Woo. I'm just telling y'all.
So I'm on my second cup of coffee. I'm not completely there yet. I need two or three to get it moving.
Miss Gladys, my lawyer doesn't want me at the city council meeting because I have a target on my back. You have one of the smartest lawyers that I could think of. Shout out to Mrs. Gladys' lawyer.
Here, let's see if I can give Ms. Gladys's lawyer an actual shout out. Here we go.
Give him an actual shout out because you put on your thinking cap, Miss Gladys. Ain't no good coming from that.
Honestly, thinking about that might open up another lawsuit for her because now she's being denied her right to speak at city council and participate in local government by intimidation.
Family, did I mess up last night?
Which part?
Because I heard, did Davina only put out 5 what's the names last night?
I believe
did she only put out 5 slips again last night? Did she only put out 5 slips?
I think Sister Audrey Muhammad addressed that. I think it was a yes.
And she lied when I was just at that event Saturday where me and Brother Elliot was at. She lied. She said she was not doing that because there was no council rule. So how is she steady just doing what she want to do? That's why I keep telling y'all got one of the worstest clerks in the United States. She put 5 out again, and she called in. I hope on that next meeting I can speak up on that. I will speak up on it. And ask why, Davina, why are you lying? You called in that meeting and said that y'all keep thinking Davina's such a sweet angel. Y'all keep thinking Davina is such a sweet angel.
Let them do what they do.
I mean, because I end up, because I ain't gonna lie, I went to sleep last night, so I came back and I was watching it this morning while I was at the gym this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everybody that just popped in. So I because that's what I was telling Trevor when I called him. I said I was kind of watching it this morning, and I couldn't believe that she sat up there and put 5 slips out there again. I'm like, what is the big issue? Like, I don't get Davina with that. She's so independent. Then I'm just like I said. Hey, smart individual, Miss Gladys. Smart individual. Because look, that little Sandy, Delegate Sandy, how her and her daughter got did. You know, who want to go get a year probation?
Now, speaking with council members over the years, they always had a complaint about how long public speaking took, and how off subject that it can get. But I don't think that that's actual cause to limit people's speaking and rights. To highlight council's point last night, old 21 showed up basically begging for money at the podium throughout his Cash App and throughout his events that he tries to collect Cash Apps for. That's not relevant to city business. I mean, we've had a female that used to run with us, a Miss Melissa, not Mays, but another Miss Melissa, to get up there and talk about her sex life at the podium. Like, those things are off topic, right? But when we have actual members of the community, I don't even just want to say the city, because what happens in Flint affects the areas around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but when people get up there and they want to talk about the water, the fires, the financial mismanagement, all these sort of things, they should have a right to express their feelings and thoughts and redress their grievance with their local government and screwing it up. And now we only had 4 relevant people and 1 beggar up there last night, instead of people who could have actually said something meaningful. Yeah, this is part of your job. This is what you signed up for as a city council member. If it takes a little bit of time to allow 20 people to walk up there, take their 3 minutes of time, well, then you're there for an hour. That's, if you don't like it, don't run.
Trevor, can you find Melissa Mays, what she said? Because I'm saying, I'm just saying when Miss Gladys just said, damn, Melissa Mays. What did because I'm saying, I also saw what Miss Terry Nixon said that because I didn't see, like I said, I left yesterday. I came home.
Give me a second to take with my mic. All right.
Because I want to see the video if I can give my accurate assessment. Y'all see I'm trying to use these big words. Oh, she was in the courtroom when we were there. Oh, she was standing with y'all, wasn't she? Listen, hey, money talks, all that other stuff walks. Oh, she wasn't with y'all? Damn. What'd you do to her, Miss Gladys, that she mad? Oh, okay.
Let me see. I'm not seeing anything I can find from.
Because they said she was on the news. Yeah, Terry Nixon said she was on the news about the water settlement.
What news?
I want to say the local, probably 12.
All right, let me go check ABC 12 Flint.
Yeah. Oh, was it? If it ain't, yeah, most likely it was 12. Oh, Mid-Michigan. I just don't get it. Like, I don't know what more can they say. What can they say besides the people got screwed? Yeah, I'm trying to see. Like, what can they prove? I ain't trying to be funny or nothing. I'm trying to get my honest assessment. Deborah Luna, good morning. It's ABC 12 News.
I've got the
well, send it to me.
I don't have the video, but I've got their article. Let me go ahead and pop that up on screen.
Yes. Okay, we finna put the article up.
All right, folks. I'll go ahead and also drop the link into chat so you can follow along at your leisure. Make sure that's the right link. Sorry, I've been working a lot on my computer lately.
That might be the video right there, but you probably want to check it before you play it.
If it's on their site, it should be okay.
Okay, cool.
Because they don't want to get DMCA'd.
Facts.
We talk to clients all the time.
You have to watch out for the commercial. Yeah, that's
literally.
What I was trying to. Yeah, you just silenced the commercial. Yeah. We just got a Terry Nixon. Thank you though. Yeah, I guess it's in the article. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. If I miss y'all name, blame it on my heart. Because I was trying to get right to the story. Good morning.
I'm about to charge him. All right. Pause.
Checks in hand. Trust is at a very, very zero.
The wait could.
Can we pause for a second? That looked like a very, very nice house. Mucho money. I like.
Thank you, though, Miss Terry. No, I do.
All right. Well, let's see what this 60-year-old bleach blonde bottle blonde has to say.
Soon be over for the victims of the Flint water crisis, and Flint residents are reacting. This comes after U.S. District Court Judge Judith E. Levy issued an order Friday to finalize the terms of disbursement of those settlement funds. And Tiffany, you spoke with an impacted resident who we just heard saying this is good news, but it's really hard for them to believe anything is happening after so long.
Yeah, Angie, 26,000 claimants will receive a share of the historic $626 million settlement that was approved more than 4 years ago. And residents say they won't believe anything until they know how much and when they'll have their checks in hand.
It's been a long time coming for Flint residents impacted by the water crisis. Friday, the U.S. District Court judge issued an order authorizing the special master to finalize the terms of disbursement of settlement funds. The December 5th order starts the process of issuing letters, telling claimants how much they will receive and how to receive payments.
Everything promises made, promises broken. And so, yeah, we're very leery. We want to know when we're going to get the money.
Residents like Melissa Mays, who were exposed to Flint's water during the crisis, had been waiting for claims payments since 2021. She says the process has been a runaround for many.
It should have been, okay, you live in Flint, you consume the water, you were exposed to the water, there you go. You were impacted. The reason it has taken so long is because they overcomplicated. The state and some of the other attorneys overcomplicated it with this grid.
The order allows the grid or compensation categories to facilitate the payment process and enable faster distribution. Area leaders saying it's a step in the right direction. In a statement Monday, Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely said in part, "This is great news for the residents of the city of Flint," and urges residents to stay informed through official resources. While class council attorneys responded in part.
We're gonna pause for a second. Let's get that number back up on screen for a sec. And let us run a banner for it. That way, if anyone is
And you got to give a shout out to Deborah Luna with the $5 super chat Taco Tuesday. Am I saying it right? Cocina Mio to close at end of the month could have used $20K to have survived the fourth ward. Diabolical.
Water settlement phone number. 202-420-2200 for any of our Flint folk that want to call and, you know, get their get information. I mean, that's what we do. We're here for information, right? So let us continue on. Or, of course, you can go to officialflintwaterpayments.com. We'll see how that rolls.
While class council attorneys responded in part, while the damage of the Flint water crisis could never be undone, this distribution of settlement funds brings a measure of accountability and justice for Flint families, especially the children who were most affected. May says she and others have suffered enough and just want to see the money they deserve.
And many of us are like, check in hand or it ain't happening.
Now, the order also states that residents will receive letters that will provide each person with an ID code that will allow them access to an online payment portal. Now, you can find a copy of the full order and a link to the water settlement website in my story at abc12.com. In the studio, Tiffany Maddox, ABC 12 News.
Did you just see what Melissa May say? Just give us our money. Like, do she
already collect a chunk of that 95 mil?
100. Like, you keep leaving 5 off. Cuz was wrong when he said 95. It was 100 million they got.
Okay, you know, anywhere between 1 million and upward is a lot of money to me. Shit. You give me $1 million, might as well be $1 billion in my hands.
No, because you'll see it don't spend the same like $1 billion. $1 million to go quick.
I don't spend. But all right.
But I'm with Teresa though. She just got her money. So what does she care about it if she don't listen? They not telling the truth with the categories on how these people finna get paid. That's the BS with it.
Give me a second. I want to get off Maze for a second because I want to make fun of this reporter. Look at that 2001 style laptop. The damn thing looks dirty as hell. It hasn't had air blown through it ever. God, it's probably got like DDR3 RAM. I'm sorry, I have to make fun of ABC 12 and how poor it is. Okay, let's go through here. She said she put up a story. We've basically read through all this. Here we are. Let us go through flintwaterpayments.com. Share this tab instead. Payments and processing. Payments will be made to individuals or businesses that filed a timely claim in the settlement whose claim has been approved. If you did not file a claim, you will not be eligible for payment. So that's why only 26,000 people are getting it. No, you wrote off 3/4 of the fucking city.
Over 50-some thousand people, 54 to be exact.
Only 26,000 claimants, and then they're saying only 1 in 4 are getting their payment right now. That's okay.
This is diabolical.
See, I need to get a hold of my daughter since a lot of my mail still goes to Flint, and see if there's anything with mine or my wife's name on it.
I ain't seen nothing for me.
Right, but hey, they have a login and X, Y, and Z.
Man, they had people sign up to only people and find out they wouldn't sign up no more. This is a whole.
And I'm still telling you, they were selling people's information because the Flint water crisis. They got my wife's name and address and phone number wrong. Like they got it mixed up with someone else. And then 2 weeks later, telemarketers were calling my wife, her number with that other person's name. Oh, is this such and such? No, this is Mrs. Berryhill. Who the hell is this? And where'd you get my information?
We've been hooked.
Man, they made so much money off of just selling people's information on this. Then they're holding on to the interest. I mean, why do you think they held out so long?
I'll give you a better example. Just think about the people. They had people signing up. People are not talking about the people who got paid for getting people signed up to the lawyers. So you got to keep it real on that. This was a whole money grab, man. Everybody got paid but the residents. That's what's sad. You're going to see certain people like the unconcerned pastors. Did a lot of them pastors stay in Flint? So how did they come in? You're right, Gladys. Like, how did they come in and hit a lick? Tell me what the unconcerned pastors did. A lot of them stay in Flint, or did they stay outside of Flint?
And they picked up and got the hell outside of Flint.
They might have had their churches in Flint, but did they stay in? That's all I'm saying. You gotta, you gotta really look at the
So-
big thing. They spent money on. They listen. These people spent they paid these people off to make sure that people was not gonna get taken care of.
So the payment portal will go live in 3 days on Friday.
Boy, I know I'm finna sound off topic, but it's gonna kind of make sense.
Okay.
Just when DJ Quick was burning up his royalty check, you're gonna see people setting them little water checks on fire when they realize they only got a couple $100.
Man, they're gonna. I hate to say it, but a lot of folks in Flint are going to use that money for, like you see tax money used. A brand new
don't know.
TV or a this or that. It's not a whole lot of money. I get it, but I don't think it's going to be put the right way. But then again, that's their money, so it's none of my damn business.
Right, because if we go look at what rich people do, shit, they done made their money off of what's the name? Like they go buy all these yachts and shit. We don't say nothing for them.
Oh, rich people do it a completely different way. While you and I will go cash in hand or card in hand, what rich people will do, this one billionaire, fucking brilliant dude, right? He decided to buy a building in downtown LA with a credit card, or not LA, New York with a credit card. One of those Visa Black cards, big spendy. He gets 1% cash back. So, and then the building itself generates interest and income for him. So basically the building is paying for itself on his credit card. That's how rich people do it. Like,
Man,
they pay things with the interest that the things that they're buying are already accruing. We folks down at the bottom of the rung don't get to do that kind of fun shit.
listen, man, they play games because they started. All of them didn't start like that. They did every other thing what other people did. They played the same game. They just was able to get there and get away with it. I'm not gonna cut them no slack like that. Do you understand that? I mean, it is what it is. Like, what can you do? You know what I'm saying?
Me and the wife won't catch shit right now for our. So, if I do not have a residential property only claim, when will I receive payment? Claimants who have property claims along with other claims, or property claims that are shared with other claimants, meaning more than one claimant made an authorized claim for the same property, then will be the next batch of payments. When's the next batch? Another 11 years? Again, these payments will only be for Category 28 residential property claims. I want to see their grid and how this actually got like divided, put up and down, sideways and backwards, and how they're calculating who gets paid what.
My thing is this. Listen, man, this whole thing was a debacle. Over what was it, 80-some thousand? I thought it was more, but
No,
what about the people who was not here? But I'm just saying, you just knocked off 54-some thousand people off not getting paid, and then you gonna say 26,000 is going to be gone? Like, I mean, that 626 million when the Congresswoman Rivik was at Kristen the Rivik, District 8. When she was here, when she was like, it do kind of like she said, it seemed like I'm bringing bad news. You did. What you mean on that deal? You should have took, to me, my humble opinion, you should have went back.
Right here.
They never fought for nobody. That's what I'm saying. And just to put it on Trump right now, you had Obama, you had Biden, and you had Trump twice. Neither Democrat nor Republican tried to fix this situation.
The settlement set a limit on the amount to be paid for property claims. The settlement limits the amount up to $1,000 per parcel of property. Okay, real quick. I remember the square footage of my old home, I believe, is like 1,800 square feet. So, price to replace water piping in a 1,700 square foot home. Just give me an AI summary. between 7,500 and 17,500. So what? You're only going to pay a seventh to 1/17th of the damage you did to people's homes? That isn't how this fucking works.
That's how it's working.
That's not how this fucking works, right? Okay. You get in a car accident. It's your fault. Who's paying? Your insurance, meaning they take responsibility for you. If you walk by someone's house and you throw a brick through the fucking window, who's paying for the window? You are. I mean, the responsible party pays for damages. Pure and simple. There are damages to people's homes.
Man,
this settlement should have covered it in its entirety. Now we got to turn around and look at the people who are negotiating for us. Aaron Brockovich, her little fucking legal team that made out like bandits. And then we got to take a look at the people that were elected to speak for residents of Flint. Mayor Sheldon Neely, accept this settlement. This is the floor, not the ceiling. $1,000. And then you got 94 point whatever million in ARPA funds, partially because of the Flint water crisis, and you still couldn't fucking put a cent toward people's houses? No, you have to do a lottery. Mays was asking for $17 million to fix people's homes. A lot of that $17 million would have gone toward the damages done by the Flint water crisis. And while these folks may not have been on city council when the water crisis happened, the responsibility follows the body.
They don't care whoever. Listen, man.
Of course they don't fucking care. That's the point I'm saying.
The point I'm trying to get you. They spent money for this to go down for people who could be bought off. Like you got that book, We the Poison. Do you think they bought off activists for nothing? You thought they bought off them concerned pastors for nothing? That was what that $100 million was for. This is why people was getting paid off here and there. Why you got the mayor?
Because they ruined, or if not ruined, then largely negatively impacted 80,000 people's lives. From just born that day to born in 1900. 80,000 people's lives. And for your home, something that most people work an entire lifetime to secure and have, for when they retire, they have a roof over their head that they don't, they paid off. They just have to worry about taxes and utilities now on their fixed income as they retire. Now they're retiring and dying in a home that isn't fit for people to live in because of the damages these assholes did.
They don't care.
I know they don't care, and that's what's got me upset. Right? 2013, I took out a loan. I paid it for a while, and then I forgot about it when I moved. They got a hold of me this year. It has been well past the statute of limitations. Guess what? I still turned around and paid them. Why? Because I fucking owed the money. This is a group of people who can't take responsibility. They said it in that damn little video we just watched. It is a measure of accountability. No, the fuck it isn't. This is an excuse. Oh, I paid you. Stop fucking talking about it. No. You gave me a penance. Okay, if I were to go to your house and buy your car and give $1 to you instead of the full value of the car, wouldn't you feel a little gypped, a little cheated? That's exactly what they just did to the residents of Flint. That's exactly what they did to the people who moved out because they couldn't stand the poor governance and the poor representation. They just spit in everyone's fucking face.
Oh, they've been doing that, but see, that's what I'm saying. They paid money. That's why you can have a governor that was saying she was Flint fatigued. That's why I'm saying people better pay attention to who you voting for because you will get the same thing.
And, once again, I am fully against political violence. Okay.
Oh, I'm definitely
100% against political violence. At the same time, this does give an understanding as to why acts like this happen. Like, no, I don't want no one to go out and beat down anyone with a fucking baseball bat who was a part of this. At the same time, I don't think I'd bat an eye at it. I'd say, yeah, that's terrible. You should have taken care of it the right way. But at the same time, some people Like Mayor Neely. Oh, this is the floor, not the ceiling. You just cheated people out of fixing their homes and possibly fixing their lives. Okay, I'm disabled. I cannot work. I am legally not allowed to work. I can only receive up to $15,000 a year on doing commissions and X, Y, and Z. That is my life now, right?
Well,
There are some of these kids now with cognitive disabilities. I can't say autism caused by lead, but I can say autism, not multiplied, but compounded by lead exposure, right? Plus ADHD and a myriad of other cognitive disorders. These kids will more than likely be on disability their entire lives. That puts them in a cycle and a loop of poverty their entire lives. They can only get so much, and then if they go over that amount trying to do a side hustle, they're cut off, and they may not be able to hold down a regular job. This was supposed to compensate them for that, and they're only getting how much? I mean, just for property is $1,000. So mom and dad are still scraping the bottom of the barrel, probably taking out loans to make sure that this house is fit for their child to grow up in. And now this kid is maybe collecting what, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for the damage done to them for the rest of their fucking lives, and they think that's fair? A judge sat there and fucking signed off on this. Erin Brockovich, cheered on by her little fucking cheerleader Melissa Mays, thought that this was a good fucking deal.
Well, Trevor, in your word, you're not dealing with moral people.
I'm not dealing with people at all.
Yeah,
that's the fucking thing. This is subhuman, dude.
Well, that's what we've been trying to say.
Like these aren't people. These are lizard people. These are subhuman, thinking that this is acceptable.
That's why I've been saying what people have been saying. You have to go ahead and watch how you vote.
Oh, and here's another thing. Watch how you vote. To your point, read what Ms. Gladys just put up. A sparkling and wonderful Ms. Gladys, treasure of the community.
Oh, you gonna read it? You put it.
Yeah, I'll read it. Notice how Neely built his mansion over in Fenton on Lake Fenton. How would he feel if his mansion accidentally burned down? Would he settle for $1,000? No, you're right, dude. Like that just tacks on to your point. Ms. Gladys is picking up what you're putting down. I'm just angry and heated right now, dude. This has me so fucking upset.
They don't care.
I know.
That's what the thing I keep, you know what I'm saying, when we talking about the government, that's why I'm saying you're going to see they don't care. So only thing you can do is hope that you can get a new governor in who going to have a heart. But in my humble opinion, I don't see it, because if it's going to be the same players, and I heard this from Dr. Weaver, you know, a conversation she had. I was just happened to be in the room when she said she seen the same team that was there for Snyder became her team. So if them gonna be the same people who running the shop, you think you're gonna have another chance with the next person in?
No.
That this thing gonna get fixed? I mean, because if they already saying they got Flint fatigue and they already got billions of dollars probably invested in this what they got going. Remember, it's like a chessboard. They do not care about pawns. How many go down, it is what it is.
Here's my next thing. We keep saying voting matters, right? We keep saying that. But if it's the same people behind, the same staff when someone new gets in, does voting really matter?
Yeah, I mean,
oh yeah, you have a new face, but you still have the same people with their hand up their ass using like a sock puppet. Does voting really fucking matter? I mean, if voting really fucking mattered, would LaShawn Johnson be in with the same fucking 350 fucking same signatures?
I mean, listen, but you just gotta, man, listen, I get it, but this is the game. This is like what you see what's going on. Don't you know? What's up, good morning, good morning. Listen, man, vote, it matters, but you got to get the right people in. You got to hope that, see, when we be saying it ain't no morality, you got to deal with people who have morals. Because if you don't, this is what you're gonna constantly get through. Just look how Liddell was cutting up last night, and I didn't. And I know I might be going off subject, jumping around.
No, I
But,
like that.
but this what threw me off. I watched how the councilman in the first ward got to talk crazy. I watched how Mr. Peachy got to cuss, and never he got to say what he wanted to say and walked away. He did not respect.
They told him that his time was up at 30 seconds.
Nah, they told him to pause. He still got to say what he wanted to say. He didn't get no warning or nothing. That's how that went.
I mean,
he walked away.
Anyone else, they would have been fucking handcuffed out.
Yeah, they didn't do none of that. And that's what I'm saying. You can see the BS that's being played. And they going along with it. That's the point that I'm making. That's just like the councilman when he was going to it back and forth. All he said was point of information and went to running it down. He didn't get recognized in nothing. But the second ward, the president didn't say shit, and the seventh ward vice president didn't say shit, and the fourth ward, like she hollered about anything else. The finance chair didn't say shit. That's what I mean. And when you acting like you're not part of the council leadership. Listen, man.
And, I saw up here, coming from the beautiful Felicia Martinez, these are people who are going straight down. I don't give a fuck what happens to them after they die, right? I give a fuck about what's happening to my neighbors and friends and family in Flint. I give a fuck about what's happening to Miss Gladys, what's happening to Mickey. I mean, Mickey, you were living inside the city limits. You were heavily affected by the water crisis. You were telling us, you and your cousin were already buying water from Walmart, cases of water, before everything settled through.
Hey, I need a favor for you too. I hate to bust up lies, but the councilman, did I hear this right, family, last night? Did the first ward say he got the most votes? Oh, he was just talking about when he ran his race, he got the most votes out of that. Did he say the whole ward? Can you go back and pull up the first ward so we can see what the voting?
God, I need a timestamp on that, if anyone's got it, because trying to
No, I ain't gonna say with his words, but I'm talking about. Can you pull up see what the first ward with the voting was?
For that, yeah. Give me a second.
I want to see.
When was that special election? 24 or 23?
Got to be 24.
All right, Genesee County elections, election division. It might have been early 24.
Yeah, because he came on in
February.
23. Nah, it was in November.
November? All right.
What was it? What was it? November?
I thought November was the Miss Beverly Biggs.
Yeah, but I think his was doing that time. No, he won because remember Candace won hers too. Was that
No, I want to say
was that a special
year. It was a special election.
Okay, well, yeah, it might have been a special election.
So I'll check the February AO, and then I'll go into May. Summary report. Come on.
What's up, Marcia Carter in the building? Yeah, I'm
just the wrong one. We'll check May.
Because I'm just trying to see.
Flint recall election. I think that one's for third ward, is it not? This is for the 9th ward. Mr.
That was during the presidential election. So it was last year. He did. I'm saying he got the most votes all around, or just the most votes with them three. Because I could have swore Mays had way more votes when he was running. That's what I'm trying to see.
Let me go election by election here, because this looks to be presidential here.
Yeah, that was when Trump got in. That's Trump, but he pulled in 3,000 or something. Because I remember Mays had like 3,000.
November 5th.
I don't care about the people who not getting anything, Deshaun. That's like an afterthought. They can care less.
Harris, Trump.
We finna get to that too, Tony Terry, because that was right there was downright diabolical.
What did Tony say? Since I got my head shoulders deep into this,
the fire chief is diabolical for blaming council rhetoric and so many words for fires around Flint. Yeah, like chief.
Fires around Flint been going on since before I lived there, and they were always a fucking problem and epidemic. Why is he blaming council? Never mind politics. My bad. I
He
forgot.
said
These aren't
the
all-
rhetoric from council was causing people to. That's how I took it. Saying was he trying to say they podcast? I was trying to figure out where he was going with it. I'm like, they just come up there and throw anything and see what's gonna stick to the wall.
We've been yelling at motherfuckers for years to start taking care of these arsonists. We remember Councilwoman Judy Priestley saying there's an arsonist in Flint. No, there are several.
It was the year Trump came in 24, Trevor. That's what it was.
I mean, I hear 24. I'm looking for 24, but I've also got over how many fucking pages here? 424 pages to scroll through just to try. You know what? Let me try this. Control F. What is fine, Leon?
Hey, Tony Terry, he did check him. But
here we are. Leon El Alamein, total 1,609 votes. Carroll got 1,501, and Rose got 53.
He got 1,000, right?
1,609.
Okay.
That's
how many of them was write-ins?
It's not breaking. Oh, yeah, it is. Absentee and voting, Leon. Nope, it doesn't tell me how many of them were for him. But over 1,443 were absentee, and 511 were early.
You just do the math. Who's been controlling the clerk office allegedly?
Man, apparently, if
hey,
you
go
own,
back now,
if you own one of these, you can be a council member.
Hey, but go back and do me another one. Now pull up when Mays ran. So that was 24. So go pull up in 22.
22?
Yeah.
I thought he was running for mayor in 22.
No, he run his council. Go 21. One of the just go pick up what was it 2019 and see what he win this seat by.
I'll go face check 2019. More than likely November. We'll go summary report.
I'm just trying to see because he got 1,000 there. He got 1,000. So he did this. He got 1,000. I just want to go back and do the Woodson. I understood he said he got the most votes. So the difference between him and Carroll was like 100 and something to be exact.
Yeah, 100 and piss poor change. Nope.
He said he had the biggest turnout. The biggest turnout. So how many people?
19.
How many people showed up?
It's a 6-year term. Let's check 20.
Okay, let's go with 20.
November and 20 summary report, and then we will just control F Mays.
Yeah, I just want to see I get it. It was a president. What's the name? But 1,000 people thought that was 18. Him and Carroll together was like 19, maybe 2,000. And then you had Rhodes had 53. I guess if you want to say that's it, that was a hell of a turnout. It was a hell of a turnout. I mean, I could have swore Mays had like 3,000 votes, but I don't know now. The way they playing, I don't know.
Yeah, 22 was his mayoral election. 21, council member Ward 1. 631 people voted in that election. Eric Mays, 631, and he had no one running against him. That is 2021.
Okay, that was 2021. So when did he have 3,000? One of them he had 3,000, man. I watched.
Probably.
What's that?
This is his re-election. Remember, he's been on council for.
Yeah, because it wasn't a big turnout.
He was on council.
Well, he might be right on that. You know what? I stand corrected. Councilman in the first ward.
Look, the only reason 631 showed up in 2021 is because Mays was on that ballot alone.
No, I have to be a man and stand on business, and I'll say it.
All right,
I stand corrected. My bad. It says over 9,000 people in the first ward. Find that hard to believe. Hey, listen, Maria, I've been saying that. And open that door, and then I got hit with a bunch of cold. Whoa. That door just opened up and just hit me with a whole bunch of coldness. I agree with you. And But right now we don't know because of these certain things with these write-in, you know, these mail-in. We don't know. Hey, B. Marie, facts. So we don't know. This the write-in game in this town is diabolical. You heard? Cold as Satan up here. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's good. Anytime you can wake up, good brother Raphael. You know, it's a blessing to be on this side of the game and gonna try to stay on this side. Maria, no census done here since 2020. Shit. Avis, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Let me see. It says Leon is comparing this number in a presidential election to a special election. It's a lie. He also said previously that he was more popular than Mays because of the votes he got. Yeah, you know he was. It's just getting to him. It's just getting to him.
That right there makes all the sense, right? Like a presidential election, everyone shows out. A midterm election, you got maybe a third of the turnout.
Good morning, Donnell. Yeah. What's up, No Trouble?
I mean, hell, we were talking in 2022, only 12% of the registered voters in Flint showed up to vote.
Well, so, you know, but Trevor, I do agree with B. Marie. The write-in game is diabolical in Flint.
Right? Like, if you got a pen, you can become a city council member. You can become any elected position in the city of Flint. Well, a pin and a friend in the clerk's office is going to overlook a lot of irregularities. I'll say it as it is.
That's why Davina, she in there. Listen, man. And
she is, without a doubt, the most powerful person in the city of Flint that isn't elected. She holds all the power.
Ain't that something? She hold it, but she give it away freely to whoever ain't gonna be that mayor. She give it away too.
I don't think she's giving it away. I think she's selling it away, dude. You think all that comes with nothing? Shit.
Hell no. That's why why you think she's the clerk?
I think she's one way or another benefiting very heavily on the back end in her personal life.
Davina keeps showing y'all every time 21 come down there, every time the councilman in that first ward, every time Liddell, they show you what the game is about. Even with him saying, like, because he snapped last night about getting them PPOs. Let's see if you can still get them PPOs if you're not the councilman no more. And I get what he was saying, know the game. But just right now, you the councilman, so certain stuff gonna roll your way. And that's why Liddell them having fun right now. But every dog has a day.
Court-approved formula. Sorry, I'm still going through this water bullshit. And Felicia, while you and I may very well agree here, I do have to slap an allegedly on your comment here. Mickey, at this point, who cares? Voter turnout doesn't change the fact that he is a woman beater, allegedly. Pending, the allegedly part, pending his court case. If he's found guilty, then we can go ahead and say that all day, every day. Until then, us at 8:10, we'll say allegedly.
Hey, I see what Mark Hutchinson said. Right, a friend in the clerk office. And Brother Mickey, we don't know if she gives it away freely. History says something different. Don't let that soft voice fool you. Facts. Or that, it's called a salary. And we don't know if, allegedly, we don't know if Davina got non-profits. Good morning, Miss Beverly Biggs Levy. Thank you for tapping in. It says, hey, y'all, did y'all see how Dennis was playing with them in them votes? Yeah, when he voted for Leon, he gave Leon one vote. But the game is like, listen, they not finna. I keep telling y'all, they going into the new year. Come January, when they come back after the new year, they gonna still be looking for a new president and vice president. It's good. And the only way this can change if the mayor step in.
Let's see this fucking grid that they were talking about. I want to see how they.
Nearly the only one can stop this. Neither the only one can tell them, hey, Liddell, you're going to be the vice president. Candace going to be the president. Judy, you're going to stay the finance chair. Well, Judy going to be the finance chair. They ain't giving that up. She should lose that chair just for incompetence, pure incompetence, not looking at the book since last year. And we going into a whole nother year. That's called really playing in your face. Concrete jungle, facts. Don't forget, never forget cream. Cash rules everything around me. Dollar bill, y'all. And that's all they seeing.
So there's one thing I want to roll backwards to on council last night.
Go ahead.
I put my head back into this Flint water crisis settlement. The way Candace went off on the CFO last night was absolutely disrespectful. At the same time, it doesn't really matter because the CFO doesn't know where the fuck he's at. The man's got dementia and Alzheimer's and, you know, just old person forgetfulness. But her yelling at him, we needed the financial side, not the legal side. We understand, like, no, the fuck you don't, Candace. You don't understand the fucking law at all. You don't understand how to make one. You don't understand what constitutes a legal law and an illegal law. Hell, you don't understand your ass from hole in the ground. The man was, a CFO isn't just about money. It's about the legality of money. The man was bringing up unions. The man was bringing up a lot of things that you cannot do without that union's permission, trying to save your ass from jumping into a fucking pot. And the way you just dragged him up, down, backwards, sideways, and all around was very disrespectful, in my opinion. And you need to bring that man an apology. He won't remember you apologize, but the rest of us will.
You just go tell him apologize and throw a diss at the same time.
Fuck
Shit.
yeah. Fuck him.
But the point is, though, Trevor, she just was worried about getting some extra money. They don't care about the rules. They've been breaking rules.
That's what I'm saying. But a union, mind you, I have a very mixed opinion on unions, right? Large unions, I fucking hate. You know, smaller unions, I fucking adore. A union doesn't give a fuck. They will drag your ass into court upside down and backwards. You know how many studios in Hollywood and LA have been dragged to court and sued shitless because they had someone not part of the Screen Actors Guild on screen? Do you know how many times the UAW has dragged, say, GM, Ford, any of the others into court and fucking run them through the coals because they hired a scab? And you think that the city workers union isn't going to do something because they're part of a far larger union? They will fucking destroy you.
You know how many times they done had to come through and say this reckless leadership in council. You remember the one lawyer had to tell him. That's how I know Davina is playing the BS game too. Hire your ass instead of putting out their 5 slips when you called in Saturday and said you wasn't doing that no more.
Yeah. I mean,
you said it's not a rule.
There's no fucking accountability. Like, you caught her
again,
lying
again
on our page. Go back. You know, I will find it. I will make a pretty fucking thumbnail with her face and with a telephone attached to it. Put it up there so everyone here can go back and see it. Don't worry about it. It's one of the ones, very few that we have non-monetized, so you don't even get commercials. You can just go and watch it, and then go back and watch council last night and see how many slips are out. Go into this chat right now because I keep live replays on for us, and you can see how many people said there were only 5 fucking slips out. She fucking lied. She's been caught on video twice. The first part of the lie saying she don't do it, the second part of the lie showing she does. And there's no fucking accountability on that. Sorry. We started off with Melissa Mays and the water settlement. Now I'm in a bad mood all day.
Lasagna Lay, I don't know if she'd be on tonight, but she might be on tonight. I'm not all the way, but good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Let me see what, and here we is said, what drives me crazy with Candace is that she tells them to come up and explain something, but she knows more than what they know. Candace all about that money. She don't care about the city going under. She the main one telling people just trying to sue the city, but you trying to get extra money that you don't need.
Candace is angling. So that's political play 101. Never ask a question you don't know the answer to publicly. She is asking questions that she knows the answer to so she can look smart and pretty and, oh my God, la, 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 la. She's angling towards state rep. I will bet you right the fuck now she is angling towards
If they give her that, them people need their brains checked.
Shit, no, they don't. They've got a willing puppet. Hell, they don't even have to attach strings.
True that. Because you know what? You don't really got to do nothing when you get up there to be that state rep. Like, what is she going to do? Lorna, good morning.
Continue collecting that check from the water lab, never show up to Lansing, and still collect that paycheck too.
Yeah, listen, they looking at this money coming. What this mayor did, he have got these people to hold up, let me put this $5. I ain't going nowhere. Let Alex Trebek, a.k.a. Trevor Cook. Damn it, good show, fellas. Good show. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I ain't going nowhere.
I got put up. First thing we go into Melissa Mays. I already don't like her. I don't like her best friend, Aaron Brockovich, right? We go into the settlement. I'm looking right here. Minor child, 6 or younger at exposure, receive this group of humans here, tiny little crib midgets, receives 64.5% of the settlement fund. All right, 64.5 out of 600 and change million. That sounds about right. Until you realize that they discounted 50,000 people out of it. So where's the rest of that money going? It's just going to sit in a bank account so the state, the IRS, and the lawyers can keep feeding off of that for the rest of everyone else's life? What happens when all the other folks, everyone from the Flint water crisis in 60, 70 years is dead? What happens to that money then? Does the state just recoup it? So they didn't really fucking pay a goddamn thing at all because the interest is going to accrue.
I mean, would that come down to who your lawyers was? Was they working for you or was they working against you?
They weren't working for you. They weren't working against you. They were working for themselves. And by God, they got that paycheck.
Hey, listen. It was called self-preservation.
Self-preservation is one thing, Mick. Right? If I'm out in the woods and I see someone cooking a steak, he walks away, I'm starving to death, I'll grab that steak. That is a life and death. That is a here and not here situation. These folks are lawyers. They are big lawyers. They travel around the country looking for cases. They're already eating well. And then they decided to walk into Flint, see that there was a nice table set for people that had been wrong. And then they took majority of the food in that banquet for themselves, leaving the folks of Flint with fucking scraps. That selfish, self-serving, I'm going to get paid and fuck everyone else attitude from people that were supposed to be there to help an entire community that had been poisoned by the people that they're supposed to trust. I mean, we have no choice but to have a fucking government. Therefore, you kind of have to fucking trust it not to fucking kill you. And these folks were betrayed once by them, by the government, then betrayed again by the court systems, and betrayed a third fucking time by their fucking lawyers, and then a fourth fucking time by their government again. Remember, this is the floor, not the ceiling, folks. Take the settlement. When you settle, it is fucking done.
Well, that is true, but you have to listen. He got a good pay. He getting a good pay for coming out here saying what it is. The water is the most tested. See,
the man went to school, receiving an associate's in communication engineering, not a bachelor's like he claimed, associates. This is on record. I went and tracked it down. Okay. He somehow ends up at ABC 12, receiving not a whole lot of money, but fairly comfortable. Ends up on another board, then goes to council, state rep, and now mayor. And the man's a millionaire. The man has worked more time in public office than anything fucking else. Public office is supposed to be a happy burden. You're not supposed to get anything out of it but the righteous feeling of I've done something good for the people around me. And instead we see these people walk in dirt poor and walk out in fancy ass, though ill-fitting and ugly ass suits.
They handle business. They did what the system told them you can do. Take. Because you see, when you play the system, they will lock your ass up. Governors, mayors. I mean, look at Santos. Didn't he go to jail?
He got out.
Look at Rob Blagojevich, the Illinois governor. He did his time. Look at Ray Nagin down there in Louisiana. He should be out now.
I mean, we can look at all these politicians that walked in, got rich, don't have to pay a fucking cent back. And even if they did get arrested, they didn't have to pay a fucking cent back. So you go into the fucking pokey poor or rich, and you come out rich. There's actually, so you took a couple years of their life away while they're sitting behind some cell, usually at some club fed where they actually have a fucking workout center and gym and a fucking nice bedtime story with cookies and milk, and the guard tucks you in, as compared to you or I. We do something fucked up on a tax form once, because we didn't understand the fucking question. And we've got a fucking prison where not only gangs running around, not only can we get shanked X, Y, or Z, we also have the stigma of being a felon for the rest of our lives. And let's not forget the guards happen to get their jollies off beating the shit out of you.
Well, but that's been the system. That's the system. How many times we done seen they done made movies about the BS? Oh yeah, he did get pardoned.
Yeah, he got pardoned.
He got pardoned.
He
but
should have stayed in there, and they actually. What's the reverse of a pardon? I mind you guys, I voted for Trump, but this was fucked up on his part, pardoning that little fucking gnome. He should have turned around and tried to use some executive power to put him in a high security supermax prison. I'm sorry, like, you have to make a fucking example of some of these folks. If you say it's okay to go out and rip people off using your position of trust and to make millions for yourself, fuck over millions of people, you don't need to get club fed. You need to get club fucked.
Yeah, you're right, Mark Hutchinson. Oh, Bellagio he got pardoned too. Okay, I didn't know.
Joe Bellagio?
Rob, the governor of Illinois.
Oh, okay. I was thinking
remember he got caught in trouble when he was saying he was selling Obama's seat when Obama became president.
Oh, yeah.
He was trying to sell the senator's seat.
I mean, isn't that what Neely's done?
They didn't done a lot.
Yeah, he got pardoned. He
Yeah.
shouldn't have been pardoned. He should still be in prison. But Neely's done the same with his seat, his own fucking seat.
But
endorse me for mayor. Make sure that I can collect this $100,000 a year paycheck, and I'll endorse you for state rep. And then he turns around and gives it to his wife anyway. That is not just selling a seat illegally. That is also fraud.
Hey, I guess so. Katie Saban, he said, most of them who take their ass to jail, they be on prison reform. They see that BS for the little short time he was there. They get to see, nah. I just look at it. Listen, to me, Trump just showed you what he can do. He can show you Trump showed you. We just getting to see it in our time that they can show you they can thumb their nose at the system whenever they want. When you in power, like they can say, okay, well, I pardon you. Did he give him a full pardon or a partial pardon? Like
pardon for time served.
Okay, because like Bush did a Cheney boy when he gave him a pardon, but he was still suspended. What was the lawyer name? What's up, Tina Smith?
I don't know, buddy. I've got something here that just caught my attention. To determine the money amount available for distribution, the amount available for distribution is the Flint Water Settlement Fund, quote, the fund balance. In accordance with the ASA, the fund will include earnings minus cost and taxes already paid by the administrative cost. That's one of our favorite tag words around here, isn't it? Administrative cost. We catch that fucking everywhere. We catch that with 501c3s. We catch that with now water crisis settlement payouts.
You think not?
Hell, they're always going to collect their money, but it's still fucking irritating. Minus costs and taxes already paid and administrative costs and taxes that will be owed in the future. How am I going to owe you money when you... Dude comes up to me, beats the hell out of me. He is ordered by the court to give me money for my pain and suffering, and then I must give him money back? Are you fucking high? In the future, as the fund is distributed and the final processes are completed. Wow. Oh, Katie Saban. Let's go through all the politicians and bureaucrats that have been pardoned that doing something that you, myself, or chat here could do and would end up in life in prison. So Fauci with medical experiments. We got Santos with stealing campaign money and fraud. Who else we got? Cheney shooting his best friend in the face with bird shot. And then how gangster is this? The guy fucking, the victim said it is his fault. Who else we got?
My cousin Maria Cotter with the $10 super chat. Thank you all for the updates. Keep up the truth. Everyone gets a cut but the victims. Typical Flint. Facts. That's crazy.
Cheney's daughter. Okay. I mean, Biden, I think, no, I don't even want to say that because it's probably wrong, but Biden pardoned quite a few people before he left office. I was going to say that he probably had the most, but there are some pardons you will never see come across the news from prior presidents. I'm pretty sure Reagan had a laundry list as long as my leg of pardons in fucking
hell yeah
font or size 2 font. That's a long list of names. Subtract 35 million future children's fund from the total. This amount is allocated to 3 groups of minors required by the ASA, CISA. So that's children that come back and can file later. Typical dirty politics, right? Just get me all riled up and then set me loose.
They know what they doing though, man. What is sad is that like, you know, you hoping that the people you elect to go in there, but to me, that George Sheridan book is powerful. A lot of people don't understand that we the poison, whether you like them or not. It's some stuff that's in there. You can just looking at the situation here. That water is not fixed. You know what I'm saying? You see the crisis that we doing. I mean, the people going through in the city of Flint. Jacked.
Oh, there's a fun word. Subtract aggregate attorney fees. If the court rejects the report and recommendation of the special master on plaintiff's motion for distributing pro rata interest filed simultaneously with the report recommendation on interest, the fees will be subtracted from the principal amount of the settlement, excluding earnings, which by definition also excludes reductions from administrative costs and taxes, which are paid from earnings. The court's prior determination on fees provides the aggregate fees, which include common benefit fees and direct fee payments, shall be 25% of the fund. The lawyers picked up a quarter and all they did was look at paper all day and then go into an office, have coffee, lattes, and go back and forth with how much Hurley should pay.
Yeah, Biden pardoned 4,245 people, according to Katie Saban, from 2021 to 2025.
Yeah, Biden pardoned his son. Yes, he did. Though I don't think his son broke any laws as I'm not going to say he didn't break any laws. The man definitely did. His laptop showed it. But as any part of the U.S. government, his son didn't break any laws. Like, he wasn't part of the government. I don't like that the president has this, regardless of president, has this power to just pardon people. Like, hold up.
No, he had to.
We have a court system that puts people through and is supposed to determine guilt and punishment for the guilt. I'm not saying it does, because a lot of the times it's fucking flawed. Last week we talked about how a judge can go ahead and nullify what a jury says, and now we have a president can go through and nullify what a judge and jury says. Oh, you're guilty? No, I don't think so.
See what it was, though. You have to understand, though, Trevor. They see the game that they played. They knew Trump was coming in. So who would take a chance if I play the game with you? Like, you're not gonna come back and go after me. So he had, you know,
that why he did it, but I just don't understand why we have it as something that a president can do. President is president. President is supposed to be our chief military officer, commander in chief. He's supposed to be our head diplomat, and he's supposed to make sure that all federal agencies either follow the law or enforce the law. That's it. Why does he have any say over things that the judicial does?
Because you're the president. Man, he's the.
You're not a fucking king.
That's how they feeling.
Well, they need to unfeel it.
Well, they not, because you can go start a war. What, he got 30 days. He can do what he wants for 30 days till he have to go to Congress, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's why. And sometimes
that goes with commander in chief, but yes.
That's the point that I'm saying. He can go. Don't you? Shit, you feel like you're a king too. If you want to say, look, I want to go over here and kick their ass over there in Ireland. Who gonna tell you no?
Casey, I'm also including Trump in this. He shouldn't be able to pardon anyone. Motherfucker, not you. Well, let's clear that up. I'm not calling you motherfucker. The motherfucker shouldn't be able to pardon anyone, including that little Santos fucking gnome. He shouldn't be able to interfere with the other three powers or other two powers of government. He shouldn't be able to tell the courts, oh, you were wrong, I'm letting this dude go. Or you shouldn't be able to tell Congress, hey, I'm not paying your salaries, X, Y, or Z, right?
What's up, Omar?
Trump, that goes for God, which other president said? I don't think I've liked a president in my fucking lifetime. Trump was the only one that I actually was looking forward to going and voting for. Take it as you will, right? But same goes for Biden, same goes for Obama, same goes for Bush, fuck Bush. Same goes for Clinton, same goes for the other Bush, fuck Bush. Same goes for Reagan. Like, they shouldn't be able to have done that. Period. End of fucking story.
Let me see what B. Marie said. In the book Hood Feminism, read page 89. It talks about respectability. Politics is the behavior of second, third, fourth, and seventh ward. Mickey, you saw the council member who was a participant in the community read. Yeah, I saw Liddell there. But you know what I'm saying? Do I think it's election season coming up?
Yeah, it is. They're all just acting out. Like last night with Candace dressing down the CFO. Once again, she needs to apologize so the man won't fucking remember, right? That's her just acting out, trying to say, yes, I know my job. I'm trying to get information for my job so she can use that as a stepping stone toward state rep. And you can see others on there angling for other jobs. Some know that their time on council is done. Do you think Liddell is sitting there going, oh, I'm going to win second worst seat again? She's probably getting out of government. She's going to that nonprofit sector. She's already done her time. She's already put in her work. She's ready to get paid.
Liddell don't want to leave, man. This is her highlight. She got to go back to be regular folks in D.C.
She don't have to be regular folks. She's going to go be part of a nonprofit the same way that that Kildee did. Maybe not as high up or maybe not as a big and profitable one, but she's going to go into a nonprofit and get a paycheck for sitting on her ass. It's the American dream. Do nothing, get paid, right?
But what I'm saying is, what could she be running down in Prince George? I don't think she's most likely. This is probably the most that she got to be an ass was here. This is probably what she's seen.
Probably said, I've had enough of the public life. I've had enough of Mickey, Wintis, and Trevor ripping me apart on podcasts in the mornings. I've had enough of the chat ripping me apart. I want to get out of the public life. I want to collect my paycheck. I want to live a comfortable life. And I want to go back to being a likability expert, though no one likes her. I guess those who can teach can't do. Those that can do can't teach.
I'm telling you again, Trevor. She didn't come here for no apparent reason. I think Liddell's going to try to run again.
To fill that seat.
I think she's going to run again.
And then to get some money.
I think she's going to run again. I think her mind telling her that she can win.
I think honestly, her name's going to be on the ballot, but she's already resigned to lose. And she's already angling toward how she's going to get paid. Hell, she's on the Flint Economic Development Board. Does that come with a paycheck?
I don't know.
Well, let's take a look. We got the most powerful learning machine ever created by humanity here.
And she is in a nonprofit gang. She the real case, she said. She will get ate up in Flint corporate nonprofit world. I think she might be in with the right people.
Actually, I need to put do, not does. Economic Development Board members.
B. Marie, I'll answer that question for you. I don't think she is because she one way and she's another way. If she really is reading that book, or you know what I'm saying, if Liddell can see how listen, she didn't even judge in her ruling last night. Look how she let the councilman in the first ward cut up, didn't call him out. You know what I'm saying? Look how Mr. Peachy got up there. Anybody else, she didn't take our time. Oh, we can take your time. She let Mr. Peachy finish what he said.
Hey, B. Marie, what's the name of that book?
Hood Feminism. Yeah.
Now, Someone
right.
get a hold of this author and tell them they owe us $25 because I'm going to go ahead and link it into chat because
I
B.
got the
Marie's been
book.
talking about it for a while.
I was there. I got the book. I was up in there.
Well, yeah, but this is for other folks in chat that want to pick it up. Tap the link, go pick it up, folks.
Yeah, hood feminism. And Mark Hutchinson, I agree with you. He said, okay, I agree. We agree to disagree. He said, I disagree, Mickey. She's angling to get paid and probably outside of politics. Freeman, Hendon Roker, Anna Ed Taylor, Liddell doing the same thing.
Kildy. And you know what? I think Sheldon's going to do the same. The second that he's out of that mayor's office, whether he's ready or not, he's going to find himself a nonprofit to join part of the board.
Got one.
No, he's going to find one that's recognized that collects decent salary. He's going to join that board.
Allegedly. I'm put that allegedly that he got one. I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, I ain't saying allegedly. Well, I might know the future, but no, he's going to find one that has a bigger board, a bigger presence, that gets a bigger pay. He's going to incorporate his into it, and then he's going to use his background in government as his resume. Hey, guys, yeah, I ran the city of Flint so successfully. Look, there's hardly any news stories of a scandal about me. I'm really great for it, and he's going to collect $100K a year just sitting on his ass.
Oh, because you on your cell phone, it's two lives we got going. Yeah. You got the one when I'm on the top, and you got the one if you want to go like, if you're on your laptop, you just got to pick the second live.
And I'll be 100% honest with you guys. When I share the lives in the morning, I share the landscape one, the one with Mickey and I side by side, because we get some wild folks coming in on the cell phone side, and I want to keep you guys insulated from some of them. I mean, I'm sorry, like, you can call me a XYZ upside down and backwards, but the second you start making sexual comments about me, I get very uncomfortable. I want to keep our friends in chat away from those until they prove, that they're not terrible human beings.
For sure. Let me see. The book was free if you registered. Community Read Book Club. As she said, thanks to Trevor for dropping a link up in there. Yeah, they give Mr. Peachy special treatment, but
and remember, just a few months ago, Mr. Peachy was one of the darlings of some of our chat here because he was going up against Judy. He ain't no fucking better, guys. I do not like him.
PG showed who he was yesterday when he said he seen two black guys. Of all the little houses being brought on, all he saw was two black guys do it through all the problems. I'm like, I understand what you were saying. I don't put nothing past Mr. Peachy.
I've time and again said I do not like him. And
I mean,
there's good reason. Like the dude, hell, I think it was Ms. Taylor came up to me and told me that he dropped some racial epithets in her general direction before. I'm sitting here like, if you have the goal as anyone to walk up to another person's face of another race and start dropping racial epithets and slurs in their general direction, you are the type of person that I don't want to be in the same room as. I don't want to share your fucking air, right? But just the balls to walk up to someone and call them like someone coming up to me and calling me, I don't know what fucking slurs are for white people. I honestly don't think there are any, but, go with it. Call me a baby killer. Number one, I'm going to fucking swing on you. Number two, you had some real cojones.
Hey, Mike Hutchins just said, he said, PG is honest, and I love it. You know who he is. He ain't going to lie and say he's an accountant. Hey, PGP right out what it is when he feel how he feel, but
I mean, hell, just like our intro with Mr. Roberts, he was saying he'll let you know who he is. He's a fascist, racist.
No, that was Uncle Carl.
Oh, Uncle Carl, my bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you understand, right? Someone who will tell you who they are. Okay, I can understand that, but sometimes who they are is someone I don't want to fucking know. At least I don't have to ferret you out and understand that you're a piece of shit. You tell me off the bat. So I can give Mr. Peachy credit on that. He's still not going to be someone I like.
I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't think I don't think America changed like they just trying to say it. They just got us. I feel like Men in Black, when they put, what was the little thing, they wipe your memory out when they was zapping you. That's how I feel like
neuralizer.
the neuralizer. And they call themselves like they wiping people minds clear of what happened back in the 18s, the 19s, and the 2000s, and the 2020s. Like it ain't still happening. That's my only thing.
100%, Maria. I am with you there. It's best to know who I'm dealing with so I can choose not to deal with them in the future. If someone's an absolute piece of garbage, let me know up front so I can either kick you to the curb or I can just get out of the fucking building, right?
I mean, but see, what is so diabolical? Just look at it now. The big thing is now people finna get their money. What's up, Nikki So Tricky, as I call her, aka Sexy Chocolate? How you doing?
People are definitely about to catch that money. We're coming into election season. You know how many people are going to be pulling street side tricks just to fucking get a paycheck?
Man, they finna be. Oh, you listen.
You said people working and getting their money. There's going to be a lot of fucking money
because they gotta help people to get the people, find the people before they can sign them up. So yeah, how we gonna let people know? You saw the school board was trying to angle their way to be able. We could send letters to the kids and send the letters home with them. You saw organizations coming up there to be like, well, we can get this information out, getting paid. I'm like, they don't want to look at the media.
So one of the things, and I'm not going to expose this activist because honestly, we don't need another fight right now. But I'm going to tell you what this activist did when Clack got onto the school board and became president. A local activist, one that we haven't talked about in a hot minute, went up and submitted a form for an after-school program. This form would have, had it been accepted by the school board, would have allotted him X amount of money to get this program up and running to, quote, help youth. It gave a lot of corporate taglines, a lot of buzzwords, no actual substance. It didn't have any controls, how many kids actually show up, what they actually do. None of that planned out. And it was written in pencil. And the man was, I believe, expecting to pick up $50,000. The school board is the second biggest grift in the city of Flint. The biggest being the city itself, because it's got like 6 or 7 different budgets. But the school board, they throw money away left and right the same way I throw away empty Red Bull cans. New one, you're never late. As long as you're here and we get to see you in chat. Good morning.
Facts, New One. Good morning. Like I said, to me, it's just, you see Clack in the building. He said that was facts.
And, I appreciate a lot of the work that Clack has done with the school board from the year before he got on. I believe there were 7 or 8 alarm issues that the auditing foundation found, the auditing company, and then afterwards it was down to 2, and they were far less alarming. But those were open holes that money could just seep out of like water in a bucket.
Hey, you gonna laugh at this, Clack? Since
Mark
you here,
wasn't him.
As you hear, Clack. Hold on 1 second. Take over 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. No, it wasn't 21. 21 doesn't know how to write, for one. And for 2, 21 gets his money by begging at city council, right? No, it was someone with a prominent foundation in the city of Flint. He's been around. The man likes to jump in front of cameras, but we're not going to go any further into him. But the school board itself, a lot of the programs, after school programs that you'll see Mick and Mac tout, oh, we do this for the kids, we do that for the kids. They had no controls for it. They had no sign-up sheets to see, or sign-in sheets. So when a child would show up after school, they'd just participate in the program if they showed up. And they were always assumed to have the max head count. So there were more than likely days upon days, because a lot of these programs weren't advertised in the school to the children until after sign-up has been completed. No children would show up, but these people already received a paycheck, and now they didn't have to do any of the work. They didn't have to work with the kids. They didn't have to put together any programs. They didn't have to put together any activities. They didn't have to put together a lesson plan if it was supposed to be educational. It was just receive the paycheck and never show up. That is how a lot of those programs went through the city of Flint schools. That is how a lot of these nonprofits that I bitch about in the
That
city
was-
of Flint work.
That was a phone call. Hold up, if I lose the train of thought. Clat, also at that meeting, the current president basically threw you up under the bus and threw the past board up under the bus, said this is the first board that was all on the same page. I did not, if I can recall, I remember her doing the deal with the superintendent behind your back when you was the president. And Joyce, I'm gonna say the president of the school board, she act like everybody else was full of BS and she wasn't part of the madness. Winter still got the and it's so lovely. When Dilla Luna came in and asked her in her group, what did she want? What did they want? And the people said they wanted Joyce out of that seat. She just came up here and said, "This is the first city council. All the other ones have been nothing but school boards. My bad, school boards." I'm sitting up here looking at this like, wow.
Give me a second. I will give you a demonstration.
You may be right, Deshaun, but I thought she threw them up under the bus when she was up here too.
And then we'll pop this up just for a second. How do they get the money, Trevor? So when you come up with these programs to help the kids, you're asking for money to set it up and get it going. So they receive a check up front before they do anything else so they can start organizing. Okay, so they've gotten the check and then they make sure not to advertise it. They've already gotten paid. Now they just got to follow through with the not doing shit. And here's the fun part. The check registry for Flint Public Schools or Flint Community Schools came up missing at one point. They couldn't track who got money, when and where, or how much, or why.
Oh, no, I believe you, Clat, but she was just trying to make herself, because she was over talking herself when she was at this meeting over at the library I was at Saturday. I was like, damn, I couldn't believe that she, like I said, man, these people lie in public like it ain't nothing at these meetings. They sit up here and lie. And B. Marie did call her out when she had said something, and she tried to say she misspoke. Oh, B. Marie misheard what she said. I'm telling you, that board with her, up under her leadership is damn near on the, if not more scandalous than Liddell leadership on city council, in my humble opinion.
Now, when she said they're all on the same page, she meant something like this. Everyone is on the same page of people to pay off. They're all going with the bullshit now.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, a lot of them, once again, bringing up Clack's name, use Clack's name to run on a slate, but most of them were backed by Mott. Make it make sense. And now they're voting in weirdly interests that happen to benefit Mott.
How you feel about that Mott? That Mott giving the millions for Central and Whittier. But I mean, they don't, how you feel about
What do I think the plan is? The plan is simple. They're going to hold on to the properties until it comes very profitable to sell them. Mott is all about controlling money. They may have a school, they may have foundations, they may contribute to the community in so many words, but really it's about getting more influence. And yes, sometimes you have to spend money to get influence, and then that influence later turns into bigger money.
Facts.
That's what they're all about right now.
Can you be mad? That's business.
It's business, true enough, but sometimes that business doesn't benefit the people around you. What I'm mad the most about is so many people singing Mott's fucking praises when Mott's been sitting there fucking without lube for fucking years. And people are happy about it.
What's the other
That's
game?
What irritates me.
But what's the other game in town, Trevor? If Mott go, do you know how this city will sink? I'm just going to be honest with you.
How many times have people in chat said, the folks in Flint need to make their own?
No. Hold up. If it leave, this thing sink or swim. Most cities got people who run it.
Understood.
So I'm just saying, do you want to be like, I'm just saying,
Mott's going to eventually put you out anyway.
No, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, do you want the DeVos running it? Look how they run the city they got. Just go look at Ben Harbor. It's a thing called Benton Harbor and St. Joseph. I'm just saying.
I get it. It's just my train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
My train of thought is Mott's going to run you out anyway. Mott's going to wring you dry and run you out. As the man said, those who stay will pay. Eventually, Mott will make you pay. They will make you leave. They are building it up for themselves, not for you, not for me, not for anyone that we know. They are part of the problem. And I honestly think that Mott is what they want to do. And they're on the same page as Kildee with that planned shrinkage. I don't think that Flint is going to be a city that houses people for very long. You may have a couple apartments downtown, but those are going to be for workers. The rest of what we know as Flint is going to be an industrial park.
No, we kind of tapped on the fire chief, but he was disrespectful last night. He should be let go. I do think.
Oh, Maria, they already have an early college. Mott Middle College. My oldest graduated from there.
No, I talk about the high school because they got. I'm not gonna lie, my son.
Well, attach it to the Mott College and make it the early college. Yeah, I mean they would love to have their own campus. It would make sense, but I don't think that they're going to do that. I think they want to hold that land, let it accrue value, and then sell it.
I did. You know what? Knew what? I didn't know that. I didn't know about the Robert Woods Johnson Foundation. I'm just saying, you could probably get some people coming here be worse than them. But what do we know? Like I say, I wouldn't have knew all this until I started dipping off into this politics when you really seeing how stuff being ran. You know what I'm saying?
The way I think about the Motts, the same way I think about bacteria in your mouth, right? Some bacteria in your mouth, no matter how clean you get your mouth, right, is only there to keep worse bacteria from entering your body. That's the Motts. They're bad. They're disgusting. They're filthy creatures. And I think the only reason that Flint residents keep them around is because they keep worse from coming in. At the same time, I don't know if they should be accepted at all. That's one of those dichotomy of man.
Yeah. Teacher lady then popped in. She said Mott gave the land to FCS. FVS won't sell or maintain those properties.
I think that was a typo. FCS won't sell or maintain those properties.
I'm thinking she's saying, let me see what the real case. She said, but take Mott out the equation. What does the plan look like for the cities and schools? Facts. What do it look like?
There is no plan. They want to reduce everything.
No, I'm saying take them out. So how would it go? Like, where the funding gonna come from? Like how would they, keep it going? Because we already see they.
I mean, let me look up their budget real quick, but I believe they received quite a bit in federal funding, quite a bit in state funding. In 2022, 2023, they had the most money per student in the region.
My bad,
region, Michigan. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't just from grants. That was just from federal money, state money, and whatever the city money gave them. If it wasn't for the school board's mismanagement, right? Barring few individuals, if they weren't pissing money away like they were drinking it, the Flint schools would be a lot more successful. Yes, there are outside forces and outside pressures such as curriculums that are dumbing the kids down. But the school should not be this low on money, except they want to implement a new program every year, some new heartsy, feelsy, and I get it, empowerment's a big thing, but some of these things, they need to look at in clauses, in cases. They need to look at student outcomes. We need students who can, perform math. We need students who can read. We need students who can write. We need students who can accurately portray their emotions and feelings. But that is far from what they've gone from. We don't have students that can communicate or read or do anything that society actually needs them to do. They're more talking about these programs that are just cash grabs that are using your kids as an excuse to get money.
You see this from teacher lady. She said the school board co-signs administration's mismanagement.
Thank you very much, teacher lady.
In the real case, he said FCS owned the property and sold them for $1 and let a brand new charter school get built on free property.
Okay. And you have to start wondering, are because charter schools, they work really weird. I graduated from one. My dad was on my high school's board. They don't really receive a salary, but a lot of those people on those boards happen to be tied in with nonprofits. So my dad owned Merit Pest Control, and we had a contract with that school, with my high school, prior to me attending. So I don't think that's an issue. But Mr. Huff, my principal, also the head of the fucking school board, our superintendent, he had a nonprofit that was constantly going in there and trying to sign kids up for things that we never fucking wanted. But a lot of the school board's money was going toward his nonprofit. School boards are very dirty. And then when you can intermix personal and private and things like charter schools, it gets a lot dirtier. You might as well be rolling in the fucking mud.
I mean, but that's where the politics then got into it. Like you just said, the nonprofit. That's how you start seeing these superintendents' pay blow up.
Hell, take a look at what teacher lady just put in there. What happened to the $90,000 for lights at Northwestern they allocated? $90,000 fucking dollars for lights.
Did it fall up under the brothers and FBI friends, brothers and in-laws? See, you never know. See, you have to be careful, man, when you're dealing with this, because they all know how to steal. And I hate it. Because I wanted to get in and get my intake. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, you got people who sitting up here might be hiring their own family, giving them jobs, getting these nonprofits in, because it's the nonprofit gang. Who really going through and looking at all the nonprofits like that? Just think about it. You don't
How
think
often do nonprofits actually come under true scrutiny outside of a few invested and somewhat autistic individuals such as myself that look at them cross-eyed and go, no, I'm going to dive into your shit for weeks on end to find where you're. They don't. You just hear nonprofit or charity or 501c3 and you think that they're out for the good of the people. 99.999% of the time, they're not. And most of their money that comes in for these programs goes to fucking things like administrative fees, meaning them paying themselves, or payroll.
Answer this question. Do you think anybody on that school board got a nonprofit? Let me see what Mark said. Y'all think Reggie running his school from South Carolina, it's a money grab, but you can't criticize because I'm sure his school performs equal to FCS, but he ain't helping.
Oh, I can turn around and criticize if he's performing equal to FCS, because FCS is a fucking failure of a school system right now. While I love many of the teachers there, met a lot of them, good folks, I can look at the administration and say, you guys aren't out to educate children. You're out to fucking transfer funds. It is, you know what Republicans are always saying? The transfer of wealth or redistribution. That is exactly what the FCS is right now. It's the same thing about the Flint City Council. It is redistribution of wealth from the poor to the rich using bullshit programs and taxes.
Yeah, and they let a few get in, they can get some money. Okay, let me see what the real Casey said. She said, the way things work in this city is not normal. We got to think outside the box.
Ooh, that was a good question. Coming from New One. Oh, wait, was it New One? No. Kenneth, did they cut GISD in on the water settlement? I actually want to see if GISD and FCS got a payment from the water settlement.
Let me see. Flint community schools don't pay their teachers either compared to surrounding districts. Wow. Let me see what Katie said. Mayor Williams used to have a breakdown where people could look at where the money went. It showed everything, even to how much we spent on police shoes. Let me see this. Joyce has too and applies for grants all the time. My board rejects their proposal every year. You see this coming from teacher lady? Like I already told you. I said, if you don't think them people up there is in on this money grab, y'all crazy as hell. And I know y'all not. They in on it. Why you think they be so mad when we be saying something? They hate it. They probably like, man, y'all running y'all mouth. Y'all letting everybody know how the game is.
You know the question I just read from one of our chatters. I just looked it up. Yes, Genesee Intermediate School District and Flint Community Schools receive significant funds from the Flint Water Crisis Settlement, primarily for school education and student support like behavioral and literacy specialists and preschool, totaling around $9.7 million designated for student needs, though actual payments and distribution details have evolved over time with major distributions starting later. we know what means later. Later means it's out of your mind. You forget about it so they can do with it what they want. Because literacy, fuck. When it comes to literacy and Flint community schools, they don't need to be used in the same sentence. That's like saying military intelligence. That's like saying virgin hooker.
It says Joyce R for literacy. How can she ask for money for literacy when she? Oh shit! I didn't. Straight up, okay, teacher lady.
Love you, teacher lady. You know what? You're going haymakers on the bag today.
You
Keep
see
it up.
this? You see this? New one. FCS graduate students that don't read at grade level. Most of the money goes to the administration. Facts.
And
Facts.
read at grade level. Hell, they don't even read at school level. If you graduate, you're not reading at even a freshman year level from FCS for the most part. You have some kids with families at home that are dedicated, like, hey, you're gonna fucking read, kid.
And you see what teacher lady said? FCS don't have libraries anymore.
Teacher lady is fucking on it.
Thank
right?
you.
But for the most part, these students can't even read at a 4th grade level. Not middle school, not high school.
But
not even the end of fucking elementary school.
They don't have counselors there either. And you see where the money going. You see where the money going.
Yeah. Kevin Jones' bank account.
Yeah, but how much is he making again?
Last I looked, over $120,000 a year plus expenses.
Then it come up to 200.
Car, it might have gone to 200. But
no, it was up to 200. No, because I remember when you did it, you was like plus the
yeah. So base pay $120,000 a year, plus the vehicle that the school provides him to drive around, plus gas for that, plus maintenance, plus professional development training, plus travel costs for that, plus per diem, plus expenses, and then you go into other such things. His bonuses, vacations, all that is fucking paid for. It totals well over $200,000 a year in just cash and fringe benefits.
And this is my thing. How can you have that? But she went behind Clark back and signed redid his contract. And then nobody see nothing wrong with that. The vice president
went
behind the president.
It's supposed to be evaluation based on the student outcomes. So how well he is administering the school, and that is measured by how the students perform. And he did not receive an evaluation for the first 3 or 4 years he was superintendent, but he still received the bonus pay. Make that make sense. Hell, if I were to receive a bonus for working the back end on 810, and then I cratered our views and I cratered our income, but I still got the bonus pay, you got to be fucking high. That's paying me to fail. That's paying Kevin Jones, superintendent, to fail. I have very rarely heard of a place where you could fail up and get more money.
I was just looking at
Mark, you are fucking right. But at the same time, however you vote, because this has been ingrained in, now whoever you vote for, 9 times out of 10, they're going to have the same hand up their ass, using them like a fucking puppet.
Let me see, teacher lady. None of the services, the outsourced services, put kids in front of a laptop while paying social work, speech, behavior, etc. Contractors who don't even live in Michigan. Only in Flint. Cicero. It says, but FCS has the nerve to brag about large graduating class, but those kids can't read.
Like I said a little while ago, because I pay attention to school rankings and state rankings in education. Mississippi, sister screwing backwoods fucking swamp people have actually increased their educational outcomes over the past 5 years, while states like Michigan, where you think, American geographics, north and south, north is more sophisticated, more smarter, south is more inbred, buck tooth and chaw, dumb as fuck, right? Michigan has fallen back. Michigan is in the high 30s now, when just a few years ago it was in the low 30s. And even in the low 30s, it was underperforming. And Flint was dragging down the entire state. Now Flint's even got worse, and the state itself has gotten dumber, while places like Mississippi are going up. Oh, I will knock on No Kid Left Behind every fucking week.
Yeah, there's no kid left behind.
Fucking George Bush and his dumbass wife, Laura Bush. Oh, we shouldn't fail kids because of social stigma. Fuck the social stigma. Let the kid fucking read. If you're going to pass me from 4th grade to 5th grade, but I don't understand the stuff in 4th grade, how am I going to succeed in 5th grade? That is just a continual failure. You're cascading failure after failure after failure until you get adults that can't fucking function in society or at their job, and they're stuck working McDonald's their entire life, but they can barely read the receipt.
Mm-hmm. I just look at I just look at it like this, man. You gotta go back again and hope. But I feel you, Mark. They voted these people in. That's what I'm saying. It's like enjoy. It's just, to me, if she can go out there and lie and act like everybody else was the problem and not her, and this is who y'all school board president is. This the lady. This is the people doing. And I see what you're saying. They talking about they graduating kids. They putting them out here. It's like some of the thinking is so backwards. It's diabolical.
So I just saw it's not hard to go up when you're at the bottom. Okay. Except in 2025, Mississippi achieved its highest ever education ranking at 16th nationally in the Annie E. Casey Foundation's Kids Count data book released mid-2025, a significant leap from 30th in 2024, showing major gains in areas like high school graduation rates, 4th grade reading, and 8th grade math proficiency through its overall child well-being rank. From 30th to 16th.
Let me see what teacher lady said. Passing kids is a national problem, but in fairness, I send notes home and have parents show up telling me they couldn't read my note. These problems are and why the community model first started. I get it, but it's like we reversing. I feel like we reversing. Damn.
Let me harken back to yesteryear, 2001. I was in Loretto Catholic School. I was not meeting the criteria to pass. But because of No Child Left Behind, the school could not fail me and hold me back. Thankfully, my dad stepped in, and my dad, being a high school dropout, knew that education was the most important thing in my life, and he asked the school to hold me back. Fast forward to 2020, before the pandemic hit, my youngest was struggling a little bit. I spoke to the school counselor, and I asked them to hold her back. And today she's doing far better. It comes to the problem where you have to ask parents, teachers who actually know this. And this isn't the teacher's fault. This is the law's fault. Teachers who know what the passing criteria is, what children need to succeed based on education, have to ask parents to be the bad guy and to make that emotional decision. The problem is parents have to live with these kids and deal with that stigma of, I just asked my kid to be held behind. They don't want to do that. A lot of them won't do that. A lot of them think, oh, it's just a bad year. Or they will make every excuse in the fucking book. Okay? That's just human nature. When it should be up to the teacher by law to say, hey, your student, your child, your tiny little crib midget, your womb nugget, your crotch goblin, whatever you want to call them, did not meet educational standards this year. I believe it is best for the child and their future to be held back a year to re-go over the subject matter, to understand it so they can go on and have a happy, healthy, productive life.
Like I say, it's rough. Is all I can say.
Sorry, dude. Like, I've been on one today. We started off with the Flint water crisis and how people are getting hosed, and then it just snowballed from there.
I mean, because it's the truth. It just is what it is. Like I said, I was at that. I was at that meeting that Saturday, and you would think your elected officials. I saw what 4th Ward threw the city council up under the bus. I'm just being honest with you. I seen it, and it was like saying the leadership, and she part of the leadership. I seen where, you know, I saw where the councilwoman in the second ward was in that book reading group I had went to, and that's how I got that book, Hood Feminism. And like what B. Marie was saying, it's like she was saying, read it, and she explicitly gave y'all a page number to go to page 89. But to me, all that is BS. You know, Liddell done went down there. What's the meetings they be going to? To me, it's just like them vacations they get to take, trips paid on by the taxpayers. Because what did they gain from when they went down there? You still had them voting on their own nonprofits to get money.
I mean, hell, when they went to D.C., they spoke to several prominent folks of Congress in the last administration, and nothing came of it. I'm talking about FCS board members. Nothing came of it. Only 2 or 3 actually took it seriously. The rest of them were out fucking sightseeing and hitting up bars.
I mean, you have to really look at it. I mean, it's kind of, it's half on half. Like, Brother Elliot is a teacher. He come on here. He tell you he's a teacher. Like, you can't, it got to be parents. It's just, to me, when our grandparents was coming up from the South, they couldn't read and write, but they weren't writing the General Motors, but they made sure their kids was able to read and write. It's like we going backwards, in my humble opinion. Got the parents can't read or write, and even then, parents still will go back and was trying to get their diplomas and stuff. They might have didn't do it in their youth. Some did it when they got 50 or 60, but they still went back and got it. Like, damn, to see what teacher lady saying she had a pen and couldn't even read the letter. That's like, listen, man, only problem I had as being a parent, my kids would cut up. They would have me sign their letters and wouldn't give it to their mama because I would be doing some, wasn't paying attention. I didn't read it and I could read. Then when I get it, I'd be like, so y'all set me up. Y'all want me to go for they wouldn't. That's what I was getting into because I'd be like, just sign it, wouldn't read it. Then when their mama would bring it back, I'd be, damn. And the teacher would be like, then my daughter, she just went to signing it for her, put my name on there and went to signing it. But if I heard that, I would read it.
Man, my kids used to get upset with me because they'd bring in permission slips or, letters from teacher that I'd have to sign. And I'd sit there, read it line by line, go through it again. Okay, this. Just sign it so I can put it in my backpack. No, I want to know if you're in trouble.
Yeah. And
no, kid. I want to know if you're grounded or not right here.
Yeah, that was during their elementary days. So I didn't go for it in junior high. I started reading them jokers like, y'all set me up. But I'm looking what teacher lady saying that FCS board trip was a waste of money. And that was when FCS was making teachers pay for their own conference, but pay for the board. That's what is crazy right there. They doing all this stuff with us downright is crazy to me, but that's just how we running right now. It's how we running.
So the teachers, the ones that actually run the school. And I don't mean like run as in make decisions, but make the school happen. Without a teacher, you can't have a school, right? Teachers who are trying to go to conferences, trying to embetter themselves, trying to embetter student outcomes, have kids ready for society, having to pay for their own stuff. But people who majority of the time don't have a background in education, some of the times they're just parents on the board. Sometimes they're just there for a paycheck or something to put on their resume, who really have no input or even interaction with students, anything that actually betters the students. They're getting free trips on the taxpayer's dime, on the budget's dime. That budget is there to help the kids, but they're going out basically sightseeing, going to bars in DC. Like I said, a few of them were not, a few of them took it seriously. But teachers going to learn new methods of teaching, new student outcomes, go to check out new books, X, Y, and Z that they can bring to their class, all that. They're having to pay out of their own pocket when they're getting paid pennies on the dollar when they received a pay reduction in 2014 that they didn't receive back until 2024. And they didn't even get back pay.
But see, and that's why you see so much the beef with the administration and the teachers. Like, who they really fighting for. To me, it's just like, it just messes my mind up when I'm hearing that you hear that the president of the school board got a nonprofit. And you seeing these kids, they not even graduating. They graduating kids reading at a 4th grade level. And that's what is disrespectful.
Remind me of two things here. Is the city of Flint not a majority black city.
I don't know. I gotta check.
54%. Yes. Second, did Mick and Mac, one of the two, I do know is one of the two I really dislike, happened to call one of the board members boy?
Oh yeah, but they cool now though.
But they're cool now. But this is the type of person that people voted for and trusted with their children in a city that happens to be 54% African American. Someone who is comfortable using that word when talking to a grown man, a grown black man.
That was Laura McIntyre too. Thank you.
There we go. See, Mick and or Mac.
But see, the thing is, see how they all cool now. Joyce was just bragging this past Saturday how this board is all on the same page. But
Yeah.
I guess if you get
all on the same page. People to pay off. Weird.
Yeah, they all on the same page. She said it. Not me, she said it.
And these are people responsible for your kids. These are people that, honestly, teacher lady, maybe you and some of your fellow teachers, I know you're already crunched on time and crunched on budget. Maybe some of y'all should run for that board. Because you know what's actually happening inside FCS down at the ground level. Maybe with some teachers on the board, the higher level can understand what's going on the ground level and maybe get some positive changes done to get these students up to where they need to be to succeed in life. That's me. I get it, though. Taking a public office is very stressful and is a lot more taxing on time and budget than you'd like. But something has to change. Well, Mick, I think we hit that 2-hour mark.
We hit that 2-hour family. I'll see y'all back at 5 with me and Brother Elliot.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to talk about, but it's going to be his Conspiracy Tuesday. And he ain't playing. He
I
upset
wonder if he's going to run some conspiracies about public education in the country.
I remember we did it, but we might. They said there wasn't a phenomenal candidate last year, but the city had no interest in electing him. I could believe that.
Yeah, they were all looking at the fancier things, but you know what? Maybe 2026 we can get someone that inspires folks and can get a little bit more traction. Yeah.
Facts. I'll see y'all at 5, family. Peace.
Later.